Welcome back to Winston Wilson. I'm Jackson Adams.
I'm Hannah Johnson.
I'm Sean Daugherty, and I'm kind of curious how I got here.
I'm Coach Wilson, and it's another week of Wednesdays with Wilson.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay.
You got here because these wonderful producers wanted to get you on.
Oh,
Want to get to
fantastic.
know a new teacher in the building.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
bless.
there we go. All right. we're trying to get Scooters as a corporate sponsor, so
you know, we gotta
we're
do
trying
all the
to.
free
We
ads.
really
throw
gotta
that-
rep it.
Hey, there you go.
That's all right. We allow other brands. We're trying to get any kind of
really
corporate
trying-
sponsorship.
Any, yeah.
Any is really. We've tried Takis.
They gotta put us on vacation.
Yeah, we've tried a lot. We just throw them out and say thanks for your support.
Hopefully one day it'll just catch.
One day.
Yeah,
Truly.
It's yet to really work.
Yeah.
the struggle's real. It's a
But you
grind.
know-
With these two as our employees of Scooters.
And now we're getting drinks on the show.
So
You already work for Scooters?
yes.
Yeah.
But notice who didn't get drinks on the show. If you'd like to see Hannah's, Jackson's, I thought they would
I
give
sat
one to
here.
a wonderful guest. I expected maybe something like the very bottom of just a shot of espresso. That would have been great.
A triple shot.
Yes.
Don't worry, I'll get it next Tuesday.
No, I will throw it down.
Okay.
Before we begin, I have a bone to pick with Hannah here. Hannah, we've been
don't
working
wanna
together
do
now on this show for a few months. I say hello to her in the hallway quite often whenever she walks by.
I'm so nervous.
Friday at the assembly for homecoming, do you remember? Hannah was coming in doing it, and there was a bunch of other people talking to her. And I said, "Hi, Hannah, how's it going?" She ghosted me. Just straight ignored me because there were other people that were more important that were talking to her, and she straight ghosted me. I was like, huh, okay. At one point, I'll have a chance with a microphone to talk to you about that because there were other more important people in your life around. And I was just saying hi, and that was not the cool thing to respond to the teacher.
Hannah
Okay, to be
Elizabeth
fair,
Johnson.
not my middle
Isn't
We're
it
name.
doing,
Anita?
we're doing random.
It's not,
middle-
random middle name because that's not mine. To be fair, did not know you said hello. I would have said hello back.
Okay, that's what she says now.
I would have. I'm a
Jax-
very polite person.
Jackson yelled at me across the cafeteria to say hello.
I did. That is
Yeah.
true. So
I'm a
And
very
I
polite person,
ignored him
would've.
the whole time. but
exactly. I got ghosted, so I know. How
I
it
would not
feels.
ghost you, Jackson, unless like haunting.
I'd haunt you. Anyways.
This look what you've walked into
Yeah,
here.
that's exactly what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Going
We
through-
did tell him to be prepared for chaos.
Yeah, it's usually pretty good. I'm sorry for the chaos today.
You know what,
but it
Hannah
was just-
Johnson?
oh God.
I passed by your house yesterday. When are you gonna get your car fixed?
Why were you by my
Because
house?
I
you
was
don't
with
live
my
in
friend.
Buckner.
I was with my friend.
Wow, this is taking a very personal
with my
tone.
friend.
Like,
I've got questions.
I do
Yeah.
too. Why
I don't
were
think I
you
want
by my
answers for them, but I
I
got
feel
I
like
Why
do.
this-
is your hood off your car?
It's actually currently sitting in my grass for anyone that doesn't
the hood
drive past
or the
my
car.
the hood.
Okay.
It's in my
Hannah's
grass.
car is-
fixing
you
her
know,
car,
she was
punched
talking
the
about, like-
motor because she was mad at it. Apparently, it's still sitting there.
You
It's
know,
a
how she was
Camaro.
talking. She was like, "Oh yeah, it'll be ready soon." It's not gonna be ready soon
How do you know?
because it's.
We have
in-
both
it's
motors.
in pieces.
We have both Yeah, all we have to do is
Is your-
basically
is your
plug and
motor-
play.
Is your motor in your car though?
It's outside. It's
And-
by the car.
that does not
Okay,
mean.
so I'm looking at you, audience, all 53 viewers. We're off the rails. Okay,
We
can
have a-
we
I
get?
didn't
Can you?
start it.
Can you
We
two
have a
calm
super
down?
fan.
Can we?
We have a super fan.
We do, and her name is McKenna Gilpin.
You don't. You can't shout out who our super fan is.
I wasn't gonna
I
say the
just
name.
did.
You just say
Do I censor it?
we don't name drop.
Yes.
Yes, you gotta bleep that out. Even though I've asked you to do a lot of things and you
No,
haven't done
that's
any of
because I
them.
didn't. Okay, I will this week. All right,
Okay.
just for you.
Okay, let's get on the facts because I have a really good top three too.
Oh, you actually
I do. I thought about it last night.
top 3 ways to ghost teachers.
Okay, no. Fun fact first.
Well,
Well, now you gotta go over his
you got
background.
yeah,
Okay.
background.
I
Let him
thought-
do the background. He hasn't got a
Okay,
chance
yeah.
to talk because of us.
Let's go with background.
So you ask him the questions.
What
and then-
subject do you teach?
Allegedly, the state of Missouri says that I get to teach social sciences. At Fort Osage specifically, I get to teach U.S. government. There you go.
Okay.
I like government class.
That's good. Good job, Jackson.
Thank you,
Future
was-
politician.
Who was your government teacher?
Miss Woods.
There you go. Wood,
Wood, yeah.
not Woods.
Sorry. I had her all year. I'd know. That's a
You
joke.
obviously. Okay.
Okay, anyways. What grades do you teach?
A collection right now. I teach primarily juniors, but I do have a few wonderful seniors sprinkled into the mix.
That makes sense. How long have you taught for?
This is year 10, so I've been doing this for a decade. Time flies when you're having so much fun.
How much is a
That
decade?
means he started.
That's
that means
10
he started
years. A
teaching in
decade is
2015,
10
2014.
Same span as a census.
You know what the
No.
census is, right?
Okay.
That's 100 years.
No,
Is it
that's a
not?
century. The census is what happens every 10 years.
That's when they
According
count
to the Constitution of the United States,
Yeah.
that we must count all the people.
Hey, I passed government. I don't
Did you?
need to know much more.
Oh,
That's not even
man.
government. That's like
That is government.
I also teach government, and so I had neither one of them. So
who did you have?
I had Youngmeyer, but I had A and P. I didn't have regular government.
all sorts of name dropping going on here. This is just.
I'm sorry,
bleep
we're getting
this,
off
bleep that,
topic.
bleep, bleep, bleep.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you guys are all over the place. You know
I'm really
why?
sorry.
This delicious Scooters drinks. That's why.
I'm really sorry. What schools have you taught at?
All right. So I spent the last 9 years prior to this year with the North Kansas City schools. I was actually a 7th and 8th grade instructor for that time at Northgate Middle School. During that time, also, I was a coach at North Kansas City High School, so split between the two buildings.
What'd you coach?
The only event that matters, speech and debate.
Oh, I was so confused where that was going.
Why?
I don't know. I did.
You thought he was going to say girls golf?
No. No, sadly.
He knows Mr. Phelps from all their run-ins and him beating Mr. Phelps down in speech and debate.
Yeah.
And now who's name dropping?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, first of all, Mr. Phelps, big fan of the show. So that's what you have. See how you name drop? Big fan of the show.
Anyway.
Not super fan.
So you're going to do speech and debate here?
oh, of course. Actually, this summer in Des Moines, Iowa, for the national tournament, I was up there to actually spend some time working with our Fort Osage students that had qualified prior to me stepping in August. So, yeah.
Can we unshout out Des Moines, Iowa?
Wait. Why
I
did you
hate
two
that
just
place.
do that face when we said Des Moines, Iowa?
Des Moines,
Like,
Iowa
you both-
sucks.
No, I don't care. I just want to know how
I
Des
wanna
Moines, Iowa was.
Unshout out Des
Wh-
Moines, Iowa.
Why did you do that face?
Because that place sucks.
Why?
It just does.
What's wrong with Des Moines, Iowa?
It's like Nebraska. Like,
It's actually Iowa.
I don't like the way you said Nebraska.
Yeah. What? Do you have a problem with
I do.
states that are north of Missouri?
No, I don't. Just Iowa, and then
And apparently Nebraska?
and
Yeah.
Kansas.
Okay,
Well, I
that-
hate Kansas.
Okay. Well, Kansas is not north, so that
Kansas
would be.
is definitely not north of us.
I
It's
didn't say,
beside
I never
us.
stated it was.
Why do you hate those states?
Because they just think they're better than us. Truly.
No, that's Texas.
No, but Texas,
Texas is
Texas is
better.
cool though. Like we like
Texas tried to be its own country and failed. Twice.
No, but like Texas
miserably.
is cool though.
Really?
Why?
Because it is.
Because of Pit
King
Barbecue.
of the Hill.
You're referencing the TV show King of the Hill
Mm-hmm.
as the reason Texas is
I stand by that.
okay. Yeah. You're really getting a full.
Wow.
You know
everything
Hank
today.
Hill.
I'm getting the full Jackson here.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. What schools have you attended? We're just going to skip past everything else.
Let's see. Schools. Oh, yeah. So for college, I attended Southwest Baptist University in Bolivar, Missouri. Prior to that, in high school, middle school, and elementary, I attended East Buchanan C1 School District in the town of Gower, Missouri, which has a staggering population of 1,529 as of the last census, which is also, ironically, where my wife teaches.
Nice.
Oh, she teaches there?
Yeah.
How far away is that?
So from our house, which I'm not disclosing because Jackson gives me advice
Yeah,
now.
Jack. There you go. Good job.
So where we live, it's actually closer for her to commute than for me. So it's about 15 minutes roughly for her to get to work. So
Oh.
You said what city you live in,
No.
and
Did
I
I?
can't think of what it is.
I know.
Isn't it like Lexington?
Yes.
yeah, absolutely. I live just down the road in Lexington,
No.
right off of Highway 13.
Maybe it
and
was
24.
Concord.
It was not Concord.
You sure?
Yeah.
Lexington and Concord.
would've-
What are those
I would've-
significances?
Those
Jackson?
are
They
the
were in
big
a battle.
battles in the American-British War. The
Yes.
Civil War. Which one?
Oh my God.
It was it not the
It's not the
British one?
Civil.
Was it not the British one?
the American Revolution.
Yeah.
Not
or the
Civil War.
Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
what
the
I said.
Civil War.
No. I corrected myself.
Oh, okay.
All right, next one.
We're on to the fun fact, by the way.
Oh, this hasn't been fun yet. This has
I've had
been
a
great.
lot of fun.
So sketchy.
The first one is man versus truck. I was
Victorious?
Victorious?
Please elaborate. I need to know.
This
Yeah.
it's a true story. I would only provide fun facts that are true stories. So I was out on a evening stroll, a little run around my community, and I was finishing up, and I had ran just roughly right around 12 miles.
Oh my god.
And I was about a quarter of a mile away from my house. And where I live, there's no real sidewalks or trails because the city I live in hates health, but whatever. So I'm traveling down this road. I've got my reflective gear on. I've got a headlamp on. Like, I am lit like a glow stick at a bad J-pop concert. Like, it would be hard to miss me. And while I was running, I could hear the telltale sound behind me. And it was this upcoming vehicle, and all I heard was a and the next thing I know, I hear this pop. I was like, wow, that was really loud. Who the heck is screaming? And I stopped for a moment, stopped running. I was like, oh, so bizarre. I'm the one that's screaming, and I didn't even realize it. And that's because that truck came by and just jacked me right on the left side and just drove on past. It was wild. So I'm standing there going, is my arm still here? The answer was yes. Hello. And then I did what the smart person would do. I got in the ditch. I found the mirror that broke off their vehicle, and I took it with me. Why?
To find somebody that didn't have.
No, you
Of
could.
course not. I did not want to get nailed for being late to work, so I took a selfie with that thing and sent it to my advisor saying, hey, I may not be at work in the morning. And following that, I said, well, maybe I need to go to the hospital. So I actually sat down, got my phone out, and I called North Kansas City Hospital. And they're like, yes, North Kansas City Hospital, is this an emergency? I'm like, I don't know. They said, okay, can you elaborate? And I said, yes, I've been hit by a vehicle. Should I come in? And they said, these are things you come in for. I said, okay, I'll see you in about 25 minutes. So I got in the car, went down North Kansas City Hospital, which is about a 30-minute drive, give or take. And I sat there and very
Jackson is
awkward.
really trying to figure out where you live now. He is really trying to work.
Geography, my friend, geography. So we get to the hospital, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, this is really awkward. I'm still holding the mirror because I'm afraid the doctor's going to be like, so what hit you? So I can be like, provide evidence because evidence is everything. And they get me in the back. They're like, so what happened? I told them the story. They're like, that's really weird. I said, yes, it was very uncomfortable. I said, okay, let's do some scans. So they do the x-rays, they do the scanning, all the stuff, yay, insurance and bills for all the random nonsense. And they came back and said, well, no breaks, no fractures, and you have no bruising whatsoever. I said, okay, so what do I do? They said, you go home. I'm like, okay, I'll go home.
You beat a truck, basically.
So quite literally, man versus truck. I am
won.
victorious over the truck. I did take that mirror to the local police department and handed it to them, and they went in and drove through the neighborhoods and found the one truck that was missing a right side mirror, and they got a citation for it because there was no injury, no bodily harm. Can't really do much on my end of things when it comes like lawsuits and things on that. So there you go, true story.
Wow.
Okay.
Is it a pickup truck?
Yes, it was.
It was a truck. You
I
said that
can't stand pickup trucks.
you can't.
Is it not because of this story?
That's you just can't stand them. Okay. You don't want to
How?
elaborate.
They suck. What do you mean?
Why?
They're like too much. Like I can
To
understand.
cost? They
No,
cost
just
too
like
much?
in general.
They do cost too much.
They're doing too much.
Okay. So what do you
Proud
want?
of you for beating the truck.
yeah.
That's kind of impressive.
Yeah.
You quite literally beat the truck.
Yeah, it's a good flex. It's a good flex.
Did you
I'm
feel
glad-
invincible a little bit after that?
Honestly, at this point in my life, I have deemed myself a human cockroach. It is very difficult to get rid of me.
There you go.
That's one title.
King of the cockroaches, right here.
Jackson, he just took your title.
He did.
Yes. What next question you got there, Hannah?
Fun fact 2. Change my mind. Marathons are too short of a distance to run for a race.
big facts.
Excuse me?
Yes.
So what do
Jackson,
you,
quiz question for you. Ready? Because
Yeah.
you're on fire today.
I'm ready.
All right, Jackson. Marathon. We're going back to history a little bit, but not really.
Athens, Greece.
I don't need to know that part. So, Jackson, here's what I do need to know, though. What is
Yeah.
the calculated distance of a
Oh,
marathon?
21.4 miles.
See, this is why we asked Jackson, because we were going to get a wrong answer.
5
Isn't it like-
kilometers.
That was
no,
insulting
no,
also.
that's also not right.
Isn't it like 22?
It is 26.2 miles.
I was closer
Ooh.
than her. So.
I'm glad
I
math works
went
in your favor.
kilometers, so.
Yes, but you went
You were
5
still wrong.
kilometers.
Which is 3.1 miles.
Yeah, which is what we run
Ew.
for high school cross country.
Haha.
what was the aha?
Aha!
So what do you run
I
now?
got something right.
So the races I run range between
The Iron Man.
no, that involves swimming, and I'm out of those. They range
too.
between what's called a 50K, which is about 33 miles, and they range up to 100 miles.
50K kilometers again.
Okay.
So like put that in distance.
Okay.
Like how far would that be?
That would be a 50K, which is 33
No.
miles.
Like
What do you want? How far
you
that
want
would
a
drive that would
distance?
yeah.
So it would be, if we're going to do a 50K, that would be 33 miles. So that would be what? Approximately from Kansas City, Independence proper, out to 24, probably out to near Napoleon
It's like a 25-minute drive.
at 60 miles an hour, give or take.
how long's the race take?
It depends on the distance, but a 100-mile race, usually they have a cutoff of 36 hours. So you have 36 hours to get it done.
Jackson, could you walk? I bet you
No.
could walk that in 36 minutes.
I
bet you
walked
could.
10 miles in a day
Yeah.
in Crocs and my feet hurt.
Well,
Like it was on a trail.
Did
wore
you-
Crocs.
you wore Crocs. Did you wear socks with?
No, it was just raw Crocs. And like my feet were like
I'm just imagining what your
They were
feet
like-
look like.
it was bad.
You might
Oh.
want to cut that.
Right here, right here would be a great picture of those feet in those.
Please
no,
Crocs
there's
with-
no
Please,
no
no.
way.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I'm
tough.
putting a big
oh, and I bet they did.
right
You burn
there.
those Crocs afterwards? Because I bet they
No, they're right here.
create.
Oh,
Those are the
he's
ones
wearing them.
with the lifted Crocs.
Platform Crocs.
Those don't have the fluffy stuff inside, do they?
No.
Oh God.
No,
They're
but
so
there
comfortable.
might be bacterial fungi inside.
I'm sure whatever it
I
is,
would
it's
check
good
those
for
out.
him.
That's
Just
gross.
cleaned them, you know that?
Jackson, speaking of races, I saw you race somebody the other day on the football field.
And I won.
That was
You-
Harper Allen.
Harper Allen. Is Harper a friend of the show?
No.
I don't
She's
know.
helped edit though.
Oh,
If
thanks,
she's-
Harper.
Hi,
Appreciate you.
Harper.
Wait, Jackson, you want to race?
No.
No. I said, did you? So you won a race.
Okay, that's because
Well,
Harper
yeah.
stopped halfway
Yeah,
through.
No,
it.
that's
Harper-
because Harper cheated.
Harper
How-
beat him
she-
off the line
she
very
cheated.
quickly. If you want to go to the media,
FOHS
was it on
Media.
was it on the Instagram?
Instagram.
It was on the Instagram. You can see the
She
race.
cheated.
Well, since you won, though, I mean, you should join me in one of my races.
Oh, I'm busy that day.
I mean, you can.
He
ride
didn't
in
even
cross.
Jackson. He didn't tell you a day.
Oh, what day?
You know that one time.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick then.
So
okay.
I've got one coming up in January. It's a 12-hour, so you can
Ooh.
run as much as you want for 12 hours.
What is that one marathon? The St. Louis Olympics marathon. You remember that? You ever seen that John Boy's video over it?
What world is
The
Jackson?
What?
1904
Just
St.
the
Louis.
Yeah,
face.
I know the 1904 marathon is.
Yeah,
St.
yeah,
Louis,
yeah.
You're
yes.
talking about
Watch-
1904.
Okay, there's an episode of Pretty Good by John Boyce over it, and it's very good.
Okay.
All right,
does
next
some- he
question.
does some great
or fun
videos.
facts or whatever you got.
It's a fun fact, actually. It says, I've been involved with competitive public speaking, acting, and debate for 18 years of my life as a coach and a competitor.
It's true. Those are big facts. And coming out of a town where we didn't even have a speech and debate program, I was by myself. So that was kind of fun. Learned a ton being able to compete at the collegiate level for speech and debate, which was really very fascinating. I grew up with a bunch of kids that were like geniuses and athletic. So two things that I can't say by default.
You
I'm trying
cannot
not
say
to make
that
eye
about us.
contact with Jackson.
Hey, he can say it about me.
And these students, like for example, we had an individual. She graduated high school and then went to Northwest Missouri State University on a cross country scholarship, which is great. She was a 4-time All-American, great, amazing runner in college. Here's the catch: my high school did not have a track, and we did not have a cross country program. I have no idea how she did that.
How did she get scouted?
They're
She
back-
ran.
Well, yeah, it just, it's not all about scouting for certain things.
It really
Jackson.
isn't. It's about who you know. Also, being able to make contact. Hey, you should come see this at XYZ.
Speaking of which, I did send your tape in.
Which tape?
Don't worry about it. You might
Thank
be
you.
just
I'm gonna
some
make
people
it
doing
big.
some scouting for you.
Is this like Muppets Take Manhattan?
Yes, because you're a Muppet.
He's a Muppet. Right? Yeah, that fits really well, actually.
I wonder what you'd look like as a Muppet.
Yeah.
I feel like there's some AI you can do to that.
Oh,
I'm sure.
don't worry.
You know who I like as the Muppets? I like the Swedish Chef. He's pretty funny.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I like the Sam the Eagle.
Okay.
No, yeah.
That
See Sam the Eagle.
I can
every
see
so
this.
often.
I can definitely see it. If you get a haircut, make it like Sam the Eagle.
Thank you.
You're actually kind of like the gargoyle guy too.
My dad said that my hair looked like Mo from the Three Stooges.
Well, not quite now, but I mean,
Yeah.
it was there. I can see it was there, but Mo didn't have the party in the back so much. But
Yeah.
All right, here's your big moment there,
Oh, is
Hannah.
there- is there
You've
more
got a top
facts?
3 you're really excited
There's
about.
2 more facts.
I thought we only did 3 facts. All right.
You're 5.
Oh, my fault.
Okay.
We're all over the place.
Number 4. I caught my very what?
All right, you can do it, Hannah.
Sorry, I caught my very first tornado on film this year. My wife went with me. She'd never gone out chasing, got the vehicle stuck, and had a blast. I thought you said you caught a tornado,
It's in a jar at home.
yes, I used a lasso. It was great.
and I was very confused.
Who was that? I think it was, what, Pecos
You-
Bill? I think it was the
Tornado chase?
Yeah. So fun, interesting factoids. I actually I don't know if I'm allowed to say it or not. I didn't grow up wanting to be a teacher.
You can
Safe
say
words
that.
There, safe words. Okay.
You're good.
I really wanted to be a meteorologist, and I wanted to be the one that sat in front of a computer and said, this cell looks like it's moving to the southeast. With that rotation and dew points, something severe may happen within the next 24 hours. That sounded so fun to me. Obviously, that did not happen. I talked myself out of it. I regret that decision to a degree. But I also just had a lot of fun being able to go out and look at clouds, as basic as that is. As a kid, when I turned 16, first thing I did after my driver's license, I went chasing. I got caught in the tornado in Joplin several years ago, which was very unfortunate. And for the sake of our audience, I will not go into the details of what that experience was like. And so I took
Smart
a step
decision.
out. Yeah. I took a step away for a long time. And then April this year, if you recall, Iowa, Iowa, and Nebraska, Jackson, both of them
Oh man.
had, I forgot there was a third one, Kansas.
Triple whammy.
They had a very interesting tornado complex come through that area in April. Some very large tornadoes in Iowa and Nebraska. Well, there were a few small ones that dropped in northwest Missouri. So I saw them coming. My wife got home from work. I said, let's go do something fun on a Friday night. She said, sure, date night. I said, great. So we went up to Craig, Missouri, which is the population of nothing. And from there, might have seen your family. But from there,
Family at Craig, Missouri.
from there, like we crested over this hill. And we're like, wow, look at that cloud. It's white and puffy because that's about as intelligent as it's gonna get. And I swear to you, it like dropped on the ground and it started moving across the dirt. We're like, oh, that's an actual tornado. Oh my gosh! And so the next thing we knew, we all thought this. The two of us thought the same thing. We have to go find it. And so we just went like back road to back road to back road, trying to find this thing as it neared Maryville, Missouri. We hit a back road because, with tornadoes, it does rain every so often.
Yeah.
And some of
Seen
those
Twister.
roads, oh, good, you're well versed now. Some of those roads don't have gravel, they're just dirt. And so when we hit those, my car went sideways, the little SUV went sideways into the ditch. Plopped it out of the ditch with a velocity. We did damage the vehicle. Plopped it out
sad.
of the ditch, got it up to the main road, and then naturally we continued following it. In fact, we followed that storm all the way up to the south end of Des Moines, Iowa.
Great place.
And then came back that night. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. We had found one earlier last year, so I think it was like September. We'd found the funnel near Norburn, just over the river from here at Fort, but it just wouldn't touch down yet. So we were just like, that's really pretty, but there was no actual indication that it actually touched the ground. So yeah, we caught the first one on film this summer, or spring, I guess, and it was a blast. So that's our
love
date
that.
nights now.
There you go.
I want to go tornado chasing so bad. It sounds so fun.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Exactly. Have you ever seen Twister?
I've seen Twister. I've seen Twisters. Hot take on that one. I actually enjoyed Twisters more than I enjoyed the third Deadpool movie. I blame Disney for that.
I hate Twister.
Oh my God, Hannah, move on. I
You know, I
can't.
have Twister on Laserdisc.
Cool. Do you have a Laserdisc player?
I do.
There you
I have a
go.
lot of Laserdisc.
Go ahead.
Oh,
By the way,
gosh.
that's not one fist. You're a little too
Who
close.
brags about that?
Me.
All right.
Fun fact 5. I've been married for a few years and my wife is hands down one of the smartest humans I've ever met. Translation, I married up and I know it. That is adorable.
That's also a fact.
He's never met me before.
What
You were
does...
you were awkwardly standing in my classroom a few minutes ago.
So it
That
sounds
was
like
my
he
introduction to
did
Jackson.
That's
run.
not real. That's not real.
I
I don't
Jackson,
think he's lying.
I've had you in PE in the summer. That was correct.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yes.
Same difference.
Huh. So yes, been married for a few years. She's amazing. She's currently a 4th grade teacher. That was not.
Sorry.
There was never the intent of like marrying another teacher, but it happened anyways. Really cool success story that I will not shy away from because I've got a mic and that's hilarious. Online dating does not necessarily fail. Yeah, we actually met via Hinge. So we actually met via app, and then we met in person. We went for a hike, not in our Crocs,
Not in
like
Crocs.
hiking.
That's a.
with normal shoes. And we honestly, we started talking in July of 21. And we officially started dating because when you're an adult, it doesn't matter anymore. But we started dating in September. December, we were engaged. And then we were married in July of that year.
I love that. So I love that. It's a cute little love story.
There you go. See.
I mean, when you get to be this age, honestly, it's the pomp and circumstance is still there, like the excitement and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, we were looking at each other going, why would we be engaged for 5 years? Can we just
Remember that,
expedite
Jackson.
this thing?
I will.
No long engagements.
It's not. For us, the timing was just right. Everything's set up just fine. It was nice and smooth. She transitioned jobs because she was living over in the Kansas side of Kansas City, Johnson County. That we're gonna try not to judge too much. I might side with Jackson.
He's
on that one
already-
a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, moved her over and she took that job where she teaches now. And since then, we run together and she reads a lot. She is an avid reader.
What's her favorite book?
I have no idea.
I could go.
I can tell you this right now. She went through 25 books this summer.
Oh, I love that.
Have you read a book yet?
I am reading a book.
I read
Which
30
one?
this
The
summer.
Rules of Magic.
What the?
Is this an actual book or is it teaching you how to do magic?
It's a real book. I have it.
And when we talk about magic, are we talking about
Okay, there you go. Good job, Jackson.
Oh, it's like an actual.
Look
Oh,
at
I love that.
Yes, I thought it was
I thought it was like an actual rules of magic.
teaching you
book.
how to do magic.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be 100% honest. If you walked into any place that I saw as a magician, I would totally believe it.
Look, no, this is my voter identification card.
That's your bookmark?
No, it's just in here.
So he has not read that far in the book.
Okay.
I'm not.
All right.
Bless.
Good book though,
Good book.
so far.
That's
Hannah, sorry to tell you, we don't have time for the
Yes,
top
we
three.
do.
We got to do top
Please.
one.
Please.
We got to go to
Pretty
class.
please.
Top one.
Your class can wait. What time
Oh, they
is
can't
it?
wait. It's
It's 7 light. They can wait.
Jackson,
All right,
how many?
quick. Hey, Justin.
What?
Top 3 favorite toppings on donuts.
What?
I ate a donut for dinner,
Okay,
so I wanted to know.
Sprinkles.
On just like bread? Anything underneath the sprinkles?
Oh, you're
Okay.
talking about donut flavors?
Okay, so imagine you have a base of a donut, okay? What
Yes.
frosting and what on top of the frosting would you put?
Well, hold on. Are we talking about you're talking donuts, but are we talking the cake or are we talking yeast? Because those two types of donuts are going to dictate what we're going to put on top.
I think any. Go with any.
normal.
Go for it.
Jackson, sprinkles? and what flavor?
Pink frosting, sprinkles.
Ooh.
Yeah, you knew that.
Pink
Oh, we're
frosting.
just doing top 1?
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, I actually, chocolate frosting, with rainbow sprinkles and little heart sprinkles.
Oh my.
Okay.
So it's a very specific donut.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a little deviant off this one. I am gonna maintain myself with the fried pastry. I'm cool with that, but instead of it being a donut, I'm going to sidestep and I'm just gonna lay claim to the apple fritter.
Oh,
Mm.
double glaze.
You ever had the apple fritter?
I don't like apple fritter.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm
They're
not
good,
sorry.
though.
It's
Okay.
Valid.
Okay.
I don't eat donuts.
No, choose one.
There's
I
too
don't
much
eat
sugar for
donuts.
him. He gets a whole wheat
I think-
donut
okay, and
with
so-
no
well, here's-
flavor.
Here's my favorite donut. It's called a cronut,
His favorite
and it's just
donut's
a
bagel.
glazed. It's just glazed. If I'm going to eat something, it's just the glaze.
That's
is it.
fair. That's a really good donut.
But I hate using the word glaze because glaze is now used in other ways.
I
Now
did.
you brought it up.
Seriously.
Nobody thought that at first. Okay.
Thank you. But
Why-
the cronut is a combination of a croissant. You know what a
Ooh,
croissant is?
I love a good warm
but
croissant.
then it's squared in a donut with a glaze.
I love a good warm croissant with the chocolate filling. Oh my god.
That's not a croissant.
That is.
That can be a croissant.
That's not. All right. Well, it's been so much fun today.
It has been fun for another
my
Wednesdays with
gosh.
Wilson. Mr. Daugherty, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Jackson, thanks.
I'm Jackson Adams.
I'm Han Johnson.
Oh, you can talk now.
I'm never living this down.
I'm Coach Wilson. We'll see you next week.
Bye.